People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now the first part of this video is about an incident that happened in St. Thomas, Jamaica, to be exact, to be specific. And it involves a 16YO and also a 6YO. We are talking about year-old picnic. We are talking about a teenager, and we are speaking about a little picnic. And according to the Popo report, it is said that this 16-year-old basically juked this 6-year-old in him forehead. And he also basically used a lash and basically almost take off him hand. And what is even worse is that him basically take off him teely. May I talk about him take off him little boy. And people, if you don't know what teely is, ask your granny. Granny, Google that. So anyway, it is said that this little 16-year-old now is in the custody of the Popo in St. Thomas. And this all happened when the father of the 6-year-old came home and he realized that his son was missing from the house. And when he inquired, he was told that the 6-year-old was in the company of the 16-year-old. And when he went by the house, they later found his son in the bushes. Now people, tell me now, what kind of little picnic this? We are talking about this teenager. We have to wonder what kind of conscience, what kind of heart this little teenager have. We have to wonder what is his emotional makeup. Is he stable? Is he mad, sick, head no good? Because people, if somebody do that, whatever their age is, it is wrong from all angles, point blank and period. It is also said that the little boy was rushed to the Princess Margaret, Hospital. He was then transferred to the Bustamante Children's Hospital for treatment. Now when we think about the sequence of events, we have to wonder what kind of emotional trauma this little 6-year-old boy went through. And people, like me say, it is bad. It is as bad as it can get. Because the truth and the fact is that the only other likely scenario is that he had lost his life. Because as far as I am concerned, no little picnic supposed to go through that. That is too much for such a tender age. Now what is even more disturbing is that it is said that this 16-year-old has a history of molesting, other little picnic. So people will say him have a bad history. And the truth and the fact is that when you have a history like that, I don't care about your age. It seems like you need professional help. So when them send back this little 16-year-old boy to his parents, I am speaking about a mother and a father if he has one. They are not professional. They are not able to deal with his condition. They are not the ones that are supposed to be dealing with that. So the moral of the story is that the state and the government, they're supposed to have facilities like that to deal with situations like these or deal with people like that. It is not supposed to be left up to the parents. And like them say, the parents are responsible for the children. But sometimes these children have mental issues. Sometimes they need professional help. And like me say, sometimes picnic bad. I am not sure what is the situation here or the circumstances here. So the point that I am trying to make is that it is never a good situation, or it is only going to end up bad when we have people with mental issues walking around in society. It is only going to endanger the lives of other people, point blank and period. So anyway people, like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that I saw that a campaign is being launched to get enough signatures. I think it's either 25,000 or 250,000 signatures towards saving the Cockpit Country. Now people, when we speak about the Cockpit Country, we know that it is essential to the lifeline of Jamaica when it comes to water resources, because it is said by scientists that has done extensive research in that field and said that it supplies a quarter of Jamaica water supply. Now people, we know that when it comes to water, water is essential to life. And if you have a source like that, you should do everything within your power to make sure that you secure it and make sure that it is running efficiently. However, the government of Jamaica, who is motivated by greed, motivated by money, motivated by self-interest, and I am speaking specifically to Andrew Holness, who is now the leader of the country. It is said that he is going against the advice of the experts. We are speaking about economists, we are speaking about geologists, we are speaking about environmentalists, we are speaking about scientists in the field that told him, that recommended that cockpit country should never be messed with. So basically they told him that it would be detrimental to Jamaica if they decided to mine in that area or in the surrounding areas. But it seems like these politicians and leaders, these incompetent leaders, are motivated by self-interest. So they went against the grain and went against the advice, and now he is issuing license or agreements or contracts to people in China and overseas to mine on the outskirts of the cockpit country. Now people, when you think about that, does it make any sense? Is that even rational thinking? Isn't that something that you would not expect from somebody that has the interest of his people or the interest of his country? The only thing that he is basically thinking about is the interest in the bank. So he is only thinking about those zeros that are accumulating in his bank account. He is thinking about his retirement plan. He is thinking about exiting politics, a very, very rich man, at the detriment of Jamaica and the people of Jamaica. Point blank and period. Now the other day we heard a little Rastaman on social media basically came out and he is exposing the government of Jamaica and specifically Andrew Holness, and he is saying that they are a set of sellout. And people, when we think about everything that we've seen going on in Jamaica over the past few decades, we can only come to that logical conclusion too, that Jamaica is for sale, that these politicians are a set of sellout, that these politicians are a set of very selfish people that only have the self-interest of their family and themselves. They don't care what happens to the people of Jamaica. They don't care what happens to the natural resources in Jamaica. They don't care what happened to the environment in Jamaica, because people, when you mine, it coming like Chernobyl. And if you know what Chernobyl is, it is a place in, I think, USSR. We are speaking about Russia, where basically them drop a bomb. We are talking about an atomic bomb or a nuclear bomb. And for decades, there is no life form there. Everything basically gone. It is like a wasteland. It is like a massive wasteland. So therefore, it seems like that is the same plan that these politicians have for Jamaica. They do not care. And if we see what has been going on with a lot of these mining companies, when we see all sorts of red water and we see people getting sick, getting cancer, getting all kind of breathing problems, it is associated with that because it is basically some chemicals that is in the water and that is polluting the atmosphere, point blank and period. But it seems like these government officials, they don't learn from the past. It seems like they are only motivated by greed. They are only motivated by money. So therefore, they are only going to do what is in their self-interest, point blank and period. So anyway, people, that is my views on the whole thing. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. So the next thing that is popping in the news, we see that New Kingston, and if anybody is not familiar with New Kingston, we are talking about the business center, or one of the business centers in Jamaica. And we see that it has been plagued with a string of robberies lately. And when I say lately, I am speaking about over the past few years, because like me say, them have a whole lot of banks, they have a whole lot of ATM machines, and they also have some call centers where a lot of people are working. We are speaking about businesses from overseas that set up call centers in Jamaica. So anyway, we see that a lot of people have been losing their phones. A lot of people have been getting robbed when they go to the ATM machines and Rete and Lele. And like me say, the police in New Kingston are aware of the incident because it has been happening on a regular basis. Now, The other day I saw that TVJ News did an interview with a couple of people who are speaking about at least 3 different victims, and they are saying that they were robbed of money while coming from the ATM machine. They were robbed of their phone while they were making phone calls. They must say basically some man on the bike just roll up. And what makes it even so bad is that they are saying that because of the type of place that New Kingston is, there's a lot of couriers, there's a lot of people that deliver stuff on bike, and them dress up professionally. So therefore, when you see them, you're not really that suspecting, because them look real clean cut. They look like they are there to do business, and next thing you know, them grab your purse, them drag you upon the ground, them grab your phone, and them ride off. And it is said that in some cases these men are violent because them basically rush the people with GUN and some KNIFE, and they're acting very violent. You understand? They threaten the people's life, and they are going to do this and do that if they make any report to the police. So like me say, the police is fully aware of exactly what is going on, because me say, based on the amount of complaints that they have been getting from different victims on a daily basis. So anyway, the commissioner, the assistant commissioner of police, we are speaking about a man whose name is Devin Watkins. He said that they are doing things, they are making plans, they are implementing strategies to make sure that they catch these suspects. So anyway, like me say, we can just hope for the best and expect the worst, because you know, when it comes to the popo, they have a lot of talk but a little bit of action. So anyway, people, that is my views on the whole situation as it pertains to that. And like me always said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comments section.